I'm Amy K. Nelson with SB Nation, and today I'm joined in studio with Christie Rampone, the captain of the U.S. women's soccer team. Thanks for coming through.
Thanks for having me.
How many Olympics have you participated in?
This will be my 4th.
Obviously, you guys are all probably really intense competitors.
Just a little bit.
Just a guy.
I mean, we're the best team in the world, so I think the girls are used to that and have a little momentum going in because we lost. You know, we got to the final, we just didn't finish it off, so I think in the back of our heads we remember that.
Your eyes just got really big when you talked about losing and that,
yes.
that loss. I can see it.
Yes, that one hits home for sure.
When you think about that, what are some of the takeaways? How has that resonated, you know, several months, nearly, I guess, a year later?
Yeah, it definitely still hits me hard. You know, I think that one, I'll always remember that feeling on the fields. You know, it's such a roller coaster through the whole tournament, but that game we're up, we're down, we're up, you know, and just not finishing it off and knowing with all my experience how hard it is to make it to a final, especially in a World Cup where every other country, that's their tournament. You know, the Olympics is more, I think, for Americans, is what we dream about being involved in and playing in. For, you know, a lot of the Europeans, a lot of the other international soccer teams, it's the World Cup. And to be on that stage and realize how close we came and kind of let it slip away, you know, it's all preparation for me. It's all like business. And then, you know, as soon as I'm at training every day, you know, in the weight room, like just getting prepared for it, it's exciting. And I just don't want to see this team, because we have such an amazing team this year. Great personalities, great soccer players. I don't want to slip away again, but at the same time, as long as we do our best and perform good and play good soccer, you know, the results will come.
You guys talk about that with each other?
Oh yeah, you know, it's definitely something that we continue to talk about because we don't want to forget it, but at the same time we don't want to dwell on it. So we just can't, you know, overkill and keep talking about them. But we've played Japan a few times. It's our new rival. You know, we've lost, tied, you know, so they're, I would say, the China of '99, if everyone remembers back to the earlier years. Like, they are an amazing team. They play well together. They're so skillful, and for us as Americans, we just can't get frustrated playing them. We gotta outsmart them, you know, and go after it. And we've been playing the same system. We know what to do. It's just going out there and making sure we play soccer and dictate the game instead of it coming to us.
Soccer has a tradition of having great sportsmanship.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I've always wanted to know is how hard is it to stand on that field? Especially,
yes.
I mean, you're trying to probably ramp down. It's huge
Right.
disappointment. You guys, many of you are crying. It's just it's a very emotional time.
Right. Well, it's definitely tough, you know, especially in that environment. You know, the fans are going crazy. You know, you come out not on top, and you have to be respectful for the game. And you know, especially playing Japan, you know, it was a tough game. You know, they definitely deserved it that day. So you have to be appreciative to the sport and what they've done, and respect what they've done, and kind of just swallow it while you're out there, you know, especially when the confetti's going everywhere, everything's going crazy. You just, you know, that's the time when you just have to self-evaluate and say, okay, as a team, this is stuff we do, what we call in our bubble. You know, this is when we lose it in the locker room or lose it together. You know, no one needs to see, you know, you taking it out on somebody else or losing it, or tears, and, you know, not respecting the game. And so, you know, you put on that happy face, and you know you're hurting inside. It definitely internally is killing you that you lost this big game, and you know you're looking up to your fans in that section that just came over for you and spending all this money and supporting you, and you feel like you disappointed them, especially America. You feel like we let everybody down, but you know, you go back into the locker room and everybody loses it there, you reevaluate, and you kind of get ready, you know, for the next one. And remember those good moments. And we've been very fortunate. We've had a lot of great moments, and remembering how it felt to be on top, to be on top of the podium, and you know, kind of win with grace, and you know, you had to lose with grace as well.
Is there a moment that stands out to you within that bubble in Germany that sticks out?
Yeah, it was, you know, for me as the leader, you know, I had to kind of grab the team together, and you know, we did something that was a little different. Is, you know, after we lost, before the presentation, they wanted the team to line up and have Japan walk through us. And at first it was like, I knew it was not something that any athlete wants to do, is, you know, to basically thank the team by cheering them on as they just beat you, but it was something that we respected, and let's graciously give them, you know, the celebration they deserve. And then it was in the locker room after that.
And what happened there?
It just, you know, tears, frustration, you know, yelling, like, you know, just everybody getting it out. And that's at that point is like, everybody's frustrated. You can't blame it on anybody. Just get it out there. Get the tears out. Get all that frustration. Because everyone always says, you work so hard. We deserve it. you know, everybody deserves it. Everybody deserves
Right.
to be in a final. Like if you go to every team and then you lose, it's like, oh, we deserved it more, or we did this. But in the day, it's everybody works hard, and did we deserve it?
It must be
Yes.
such a primal
You
thing,
know?
though. That moment when you're able just
Oh, it's
to,
like, it's almost like between silence and then just every emotion that come out. Because, you know, especially in sports, you train so hard. Not even that year or 2 years, it's from when you start when you start playing at age 5, all the way up to, leading you up to there. So every experience counts to that moment at that point, because that's the only moment you know at that time. So, you know, it's devastating, it's heartbreaking, and, you know, it's something that you grow together as a team, as much as a lot of people don't want to hear it. Sometimes when you fall, you build together, and, you know, you build it back up, and, you know, you're almost there, you feel that emotion, you break down in front of each other, you see each other's weaknesses, and then you grow from there.